Let's work on the adjusting entry related to borrowing. So here's a loan. Big Code takes out a $10,000 loan, 12% annual interest rate, 90 days. That means that it matures and must be repaid in 90 days, 3 months, with Bigger Bank on the 1st of March. Interest and principal must be repaid on May 30th. That's 90 days or 3 months from when they originally take out the loan. So they're not going to be paying the interest every month. They're going to wait, and the interest is going to build each month as the loan is being used, and it's going to be repaid with the $10,000 in May. Okay. So when you originally take out the loan on March 1st, what accounts are impacted? You're getting some cash, right? And the other half is you've got a note. You've got a note payable. You've got an obligation. You have a liability. So what adjusting entries are required on this loan for March and April? So as you use this loan, you're going to be accruing for the interest that's owed that'll be paid at the end of May, and the using up of that financing cost, the interest expense. So what is the interest expense and obligation to repay that interest for March? What is 1 month of interest? So the annual amount would be $10,000 times the 12%. That would be annually. We don't need it annually, right? We need it monthly, so we would divide that by 12. So the interest expense is $100 a month. So at the end of March, we would have interest payable of $100 and interest expense of $100. What are we going to do in April? Same thing again. Now the interest payable is $200. We've put $100 in twice, right? So what's going to happen in May? So there's a couple of different ways to do it. Some folks prefer to see that third accrual in first so that they see that interest payable building up to the $300. So when they make the payment, the interest payable goes down by $300, the note payable goes down by $300. Let's do that. What are you going to have to pay on May 30th? You've got to repay that loan, so the notes payable is going down because you're paying it off. And you must also pay off that interest. So assets are going down and two different obligations are going down. The note itself is being repaid and the interest is being repaid. Now, how would this look if you hadn't done that third accrual in May? Then when you made the payment, you would actually record that interest expense at that time. So there's only $200,000 in the interest payable that's recorded, and the other interest expense would be recorded when you make that payment. Both of those are correct. Both of them will leave you with $300,000 in interest expense. Both of them will remove the payables associated with this loan, and both of them will show cash going out. So there's an example of how to do an adjustment for a loan.